Kybella. You have to be very selective when you treat with Kybella. Kybella, it helps to contour. It's not a weight loss. Swelling is the treatment, not the complication. Anatomy decides the plan and reassess before retreating. What is Kybella? Kybella is deoxycholic acid injections for moderate to severe submental fullness in adults. What it does is just disrupt the adipocyte membranes, causing local adipocyte litosis and inflammatory clearance. Adverse effects can happen. Why? Because you can get a little swelling, bruising, pain, numbness, erythema, induration. So you have to be very careful with your injection sites. Assessment. Assessment is very important. You need to know anatomy. You also have to map your patients. Why? Kybella is injected in the submental fat pad compartment. You need to know where is the lateral compartment and the submandibular extension, right? And assess if the patient is appropriate candidate. Now, the dose. Don't memorize doses. Why? Everybody needs different amounts. When you assess, you also mark with the grid and assess how much product you are going to be using and injecting on your patient. When you inject, you have to make sure you inject subcutaneous to avoid any injuries. Recover. Swollen is expected. Reassess with photos, palpation, and documentation. Who's the ideal candidate or the poor candidate? Ideal candidate is the one that has moderate to severe convexity or fullness from submental fat. Who's not the ideal candidate is the one that has a skin laxity prominent and platysmal bands that are primary concerns. Remember, Kybella works in the fat compartments. What is the technique that we use when we are assessing if the patient is candidate for Kybella? We use the pinch tags. How we do it? We pinch the fat compartment to see how thick it is. That's when we reassess if it's skin or it's flaccid or it's fat. How you perform this? Ask the patient to relax the neck. Number 2, pinch and fold the tissue between your thumb and your index finger and assess the thickness of the pinch. If the patient has 2 to 3 centimeters of soft tissue, fat is most likely the cause. But if the patient has less than 1 centimeter of fat, it's more like loose skin. How you plan the treatment? You plan the treatment from anatomy, not for hope. Number 1, observe resting face, smile, neck flexion and extension. Number 2, palpate. You need to confirm if it's subcutaneous fat versus band, laxity glands, or nodes. Number 3, pictures. You make sure you have a standard views before every section to avoid recheck. Number 4, consents. Consents are very important and explain the expected swelling, bruising, and delay outcome before injections may happen. When you order to Kybella, they usually comes with the grid. So when you have the grid, you wet at cotton, then you place the grid and tap it, when it's gonna leave you like the marks where you're gonna be injecting. But if you don't have that, which one sometimes what we do is we just literally mark the areas that we don't inject, and then we just do our own grid staying 1 centimeter apart. Those are the injections. And then after you mark, you palpate just to make sure that you are palpating the fat compartments. Safety anchors. Always remember to inject subcutaneous fat. How you do it? Pinching. Avoid intradermal superficial placements. 2, do not inject near marginal mandibular or nerve path. 3, avoid salivary glands, lymph nodes, muscles, arteries, and veins. Remember, Kybella goes into the fat compartments. And 4, screen for dysphagia, neck surgery, bleeding risk, or any anatomical concerns. How you inject? Area, always remember where Kybella was approved and labeled. Remember, area is a just dose. 2, you have to inject 0.2 millimeters for injection sites. When you are providing the service, you have to remember the approved label dosage. Which one it is? Adjust the dosage according to the area of the fat compartment that you're treating. Stay at 0.2 millimeters for injection site. As we can see in the pictures, it's very important to explain to the client the burning, tenderness, and swelling starts. You can apply ice to support care as per protocol. Number 2, it's completely normal to be swollen and to feel almost like a bullfrog, right? Completely normal. Swelling is common and bruising may show. Numbness, firming, bruises, and knolls may be very light, and also edema settles. Contour is easier to see and judge and reassess objectively after the swelling goes down. What patients can actually expect? Swelling is completely normal after the treatment. After 4 to 6 weeks, you can start seeing a little bit more of the contour and inflammation start resolving. More than 1 month, additional sections may be performed if the patient is appropriate. But if you still see swelling, you may wait a couple more weeks. And more than 12 weeks or the last, you need to judge, do the patient need another one or I'm happy with the results? And before you treat a patient, always remember AMPO. What is AMPO? Assess the anatomy. Confirm when you pinch if the patient is a good candidate. Number 2, map zone phase. Why? We need to mark the danger zones. Mark the treatable compartments and anatomical boundaries. 3, plan the dose. Use approved dosing rules. Do not overtreat the patients to avoid any complications. 4, lead expectations. Explain the swelling is completely normal, delayed results, and sometimes you need multiple treatments. And number 5, evaluate and reassess with pictures and palpation before retreat. And my favorite, treat what you can pinch. Promise the process, not a miracle. Thank you for joining us tonight. I am Maritza Mejia, and join us at empiremedicaltraining.com for more.